What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing well. I want to get on here and make a short video. Um, in 2 weeks, February 28th, um, I'm having my second ministry, the sister ministry of Heaven's Pit. It's called Extreme Unity, the Metal Church for Jesus. What is Extreme Unity? The Metal Church for Jesus. It is a church service with heavy worship. And the Extreme Unity is really it's really us unifying together. It's really bringing God and this culture of people in the metal world together. And so much more, right? But I wanted to get on here and explain what Extreme Unity was and is, the vision, and who's playing this Saturday. So we have Reclaim the Day. That's recorded songs with Zana. That's connected to Brian Head Welch. Imagine that. They're going to be coming in, and we asked bands like Reclaim the Day. We've had about 4 or 5 of these to take worship songs and play heavy versions of worship songs. And so what we do is, church starts at 5. I make some announcements just like regular church, and they play these heavy worship songs, and we worship. And then after the worship, me and Pastor Maddie, if you've met her from Heaven's Pit, she's on the committee. We sit down and we co-preach. And the idea that God gave it to me, God gave me this ministry years and years ago, and it never really took off. And here we are, and it looks very different than it did before. So we co-preach. We pick a topic, we do our research, we listen to God, we read His Word. And it's like sitting at a kitchen table, or you run into a friend that's a believer and you start talking about Jesus and you have church there. I was telling Maddie last night that the goal is maybe one day we can just have a couple words on a piece of paper to keep us straight on the topic, and looking up Bible verses as we go and just wing this thing, right? And we try to stay within about 20 or 30 minutes, really. Try to get it down to 20 minutes, but with 2 people talking, and if you know me and Maddie, we have to set time limits when we talk, because we could talk for hours. That's just the way it is. And after we give the message in this perspective of, hey, we're having a conversation, and we even ask the congregation some questions or engage them, right? And then we go into a time of prayer. And this is, Extreme Unity is changing as we do this, because we're still growing this thing, right? It's a very young ministry. And and what I've learned by going to different churches and going to the Orthodox Church is that we as the church just don't spend enough time in prayer. We got 20, 30 minutes of worship, 20, 30 minutes of a message, and the average church gets like 10 minutes. So at this next service, we are going to actively spend a good amount of time praying, if not just being silent with the Lord and being at our prayer. So after we do that, then we go into Reclaim Today, comes back up, and they go into a few originals, because we just worship God, our Father. We just heard His Word. We just had some prayer time and trying to get to this place with Him, this sanctification with Him, and asking God to have mercy on us, because we are sinners, and to help us, and knowing that He will. And then we go into a time of celebration much like when you get your driver's license for the first time and you want to celebrate, turn the music up and party. When you got that promotion at job, when you won that game, or or you did something and it worked out really well, and you're like, yeah, man, like let's turn it up and have a dance party and have some fun and laughs and enjoy this with people. And then the coolest part is we eat with each other. So February 28th, guys, and the Metal Church happens on Saturday. We're not here. The reason why it's called the Metal Church for Jesus is because we needed to classify what extreme unity is. It's not another church. It's not another religion. It is for our Father, Jesus, Lord Christ, and all that he did for us and all that he wants for us. So it's the Metal Church for Jesus. So give it a listen. If you're interested, come on by. There's no money. It's a church service. We have a place where you can donate. You don't have to. And we're going to feed you. And we're going to try to give you church different. Different than the Protestant church. Different than all these denominations. And what that looks like, it's still growing. So come join us. It's 2249 Valor Drive, Winchester, Virginia, at What's New Worship Church. They let us use their building so graciously. Yeah, and it's from about 5 to 8, and you can still go out and go catch a movie. If you like to eat that late, you can, go get some more food, because we're not going to have a full meal, but almost a full meal. So come on out. Tell your friends that like metal. Maybe they won't go to church because they don't like the music, because they're a rocker. This is the place for them. Or maybe you want to see how God's going to use this service as a different light to people's hearts, right? To my own heart, to your heart. You guys take it easy. You have a good day, and I love you guys, and we'll talk at you later.